and it's a lot that goes on in people's life, and sometimes the same thing happen to you, and they don't like explaining it to people. Like me, I don't like explaining what I go through to people, so I put it in my songs because I feel like I'd be more relieved. You know what I'm saying? And I just got a good passion for it. I grew up listening to my brothers and everybody, and it just ran through the blood. Music is really my outlet because I got so much passion for it, like I said, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really do nothing. I don't have no point to prove to nobody. So most people like listening to stuff off of songs. Certain people listen to lyrics. Like me, I listen to lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And I break down my stuff. I break down my lyrics to people so they can see, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you vibe to certain things.
Do you feel like your music is relatable to people?
A lot of people, especially in Jacksonville, because in Jacksonville, it's, you know, it's really, to me, it's like a life or death situation because we don't got a lot of opportunities for success. So when you got the opportunity, you should take it. I was always listening to music. I had brothers and everybody who listened to music. It was friends that I met that did music themselves. I used to make beats when I was young. That's how I became a rapper, because I started feeling the beat. And I was like, a song ain't nothing but some words to it that make sense. But I really didn't start rapping until I started going through stuff. I had a lot to talk about, and I realized I didn't want to talk to nobody about it, so I just put it in my song. Everybody, these drugs and guns, some people rap about what they don't live about. I rap about what I live about, and I rap about stuff that people can relate to, because everybody don't want to hear about guns and drugs. I mean, there are songs where you can talk crazy on. There's certain songs like that, but you want people to actually relate to your music, because then more people will watch you. I was 5 years old, 10 years ago. I was 5 years old, and we had a laundry room, and he turned it into the studio. And my buddy used to take me back there all the time. He used to practice. He used to tell me how to rap. We had a friend named Vic, and he used to teach me how to rap in Spanish. And I was just like, I should be able to do it all now because I can rap in English and Spanish. In the rap game, I'm going to say Polo G, because he lyrical and he got a lot to talk about, and I can relate to it. It's all about his past and his struggle. But in general, my inspiration, I'm gonna give it to my brothers, because they made mistakes and they was doing the same thing I'm doing, rapping, trying to live, you know what I'm saying, trying to live the biggest dream you can. And I just want to finish it off, because they messed up in the end, and I don't want to go down that path. I used to want to be like them, seeing what they did, and I was just saying I could finish it off. I could finish strong.
What's been the biggest problem that you've had to overcome so far?
Hatred. People just doubt me, saying I'm not good at this. Like recently today, somebody told me I'm not good at rapping. But people really don't know me. If you sit down and you listen to my music, you will understand, you know what I'm saying? And I try to deal with it in a positive way, you know what I'm saying, because my negative way is not what I want to do, because then that'll stop me from doing this. You know, so I try to do my best to dodge it and avoid it, and just, you know what I'm saying?
When you hear things like that, does it ever make you feel like giving up?
Absolutely. It be making me feel like giving up. I just gotta keep trying. My mama, she motivate me to keep trying. My brothers, my pops, you know, and my sister, she know I love rapping. That's like one of the things I want to do in life. And she was like, regardless of what somebody say about you, they, you know what I'm saying, if you keep pushing and they trying to doubt you, you eventually can prove them wrong. You know, and I feel like she right. Lately, I've been slacking on music. I just not been paying attention, and I haven't been in the mood. But I started getting back to it. Sometimes I go in my room every day and just listen to beats. And there are certain beats that brings that feeling back. Like, okay, I want to start making songs again. Then there's just certain beats like, okay, I just don't feel comfortable rapping off this and stuff like that. So the feeling, it comes and goes, but I try to keep it as much as possible.
What do you enjoy most about being an artist?
The most is explaining myself. You know what I'm saying? Having less pain. Because I mention a lot of my pain into my songs. I don't give the exact details, but you know, it's close and appropriate. So I feel like that's the biggest part about it, because I know there's not a person that can sit in my face and ask me what's wrong and I can fully tell them and feel like my pain gonna go away. I put it in my song and it's just like, it takes it away from me.
Let's say I was a label. Why should I invest in you?
Because I'm different than everybody else. Because everybody else do the same thing, but me, I really want to change it. I really want to change the game. I don't want to be like nobody else. You know, I rap different, got a different flow, talk about different stuff, and I feel like people should pay attention to that.
So do you have any current projects that you have coming up or anything you're looking to release in?
Yeah, I got a few songs. I'm trying to get it all into like one album so I can drop them all. It's a few songs like 2019 Flow, Truth, Recognition, Real, Going Out Bad. It's a lot of songs.
What would be the first one you release?
The first one I released will be Truth.
What was the concept behind that?
The concept behind that was the stuff I've been through in my past and how people always put the blame on me as if I was wrong when I wasn't. You know, so everybody wanted to know, so I broke it down and I'm waiting for everybody to listen. I want to be able to, when I leave Jacksonville, I want to be able to come back and get back to the community to make Jacksonville a better place. Because I just feel like Jacksonville is so big to not have nothing. It's so big, there's nothing to do. It's either a life or a death situation. So when you got success, you take it or you don't. Because it's troublemakers that I know that want to be around me, but if we're not on the same thing and you don't want to be successful, then there's no point in you even being around me. So I feel like the smartest thing to do is put yourself around people who's on the same page as you, because it's a easier opportunity.
So let's say it's time to go into the studio. What is your creative process?
My creative process? I'm gonna say my creative process is being prepared. Being prepared by everything, because when you get in the studio, you never sit there and you never take time to write songs. When you get to the studio, you gotta be there to go. You know what I'm saying? There's no time to sit down, chit chat, play around, anything. Because when you that time that you get in the studio, you need to use it wisely. I'm a freestyle. I started off as a beat maker, and then I just started freestyling off the top of my head. Because I feel like when you freestyle, there are certain things you say, and you'll catch on to it, and it'll make you want to write. That's how I write some of my songs. I freestyle. I know what I be saying, and I write it, and I make it a song. Sometimes I freestyle, and my mama hear the hottest stuff, and she tell me to go back and re-freestyle it. You know, and sometimes I don't even know what I be saying, but I know it makes sense, and my mama got a good ear for that. 100 bands times 100 bands can't catch up. Last time I heard about you, you was bankrupt. Get your banks up, boy, you big, but you ain't tough. You a little pup, it's whatever, but you know what's up. I done had enough, ain't got no time for the fakers. Getting big money, I'm impatient, no waiter. You a bankrupt, can't pay your bills, now who looking down? Like Cuban dolls say, most of y'all is bankrupt. When I'm getting plenty of haters, then you know I leveled up. Talking cause you from the hood, don't get roughed up. Just cause your daddy been in prison, don't make you tough. Oh my God, I'm on the track. I done lost a few friends, don't care if they coming back. You can trust me to hold the ball, I'm like a running back. You a bankrupt, you a broke, but remember that. How we get people is to consistently work and be positively contagious to other people, you know, and grind hard, because being successful takes work. It's not gonna be easy.